There is usually a misconception that the 45 Kyat of Burma has portrait of General Aung San, however that is not all true. But before revealing the leader's name, I would like to dedicate this video to the people of Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. For the Burmese people have been visiting my channel very often recently. Thank you for your support. Moving ahead to the currency review, I would be reviewing today a very odd denominated currency of 45 kyats of Burma issued between 1985-1987 by the Union Bank of Burma. The dimension of the bank note is 158 by 77.5 millimeters with predominant color in blue and green. The bank note was printed by Security Printing Works in Waji, Upper Burma, with technical assistance from Gysek and Devrient, a German printing company. This odd value was reportedly chosen because the individual numerals sum to 9, the then dictator of Burma, General Ne Win's favorite number. An astrologer promised that the introduction of these notes would assure General Ne Win would live to be 90 years old. In fact, Ne Win died in 2002 at this age. The 45 Kyat of Burma has the portrait of Thakin Pyo Halagai, a prominent figure in Burma's history. He was a Burmese nationalist leader and a key figure in the country's struggle for independence from British colonial rule. Thakin Pyo Halagai, who in 1938 led a series of strikes against the Burma Oil Company that eventually escalated into a general strike. The strikes began at the chalk field in January 1938. Under the leadership of Pyo Halagai, who was known as Alwaka, or the Ogre, because of his fierce militancy, the striking workers presented Burma Oil Company with a list of 12 demands for better pay and conditions. There was a powerful motivating reason for the dissatisfaction of the Burmese workers. The Scottish-owned Burma Oil Company granted better conditions and paid higher salaries to its employees from Europe and India. Although Burma Oil Company acceded to some demands in April 1938, the strikers refused to return to work. Over the coming months, they attracted the support of more than 10,000 oil industry workers. In November, the chalk strikers began marching on to Rangoon, a city in Burma, picking up supporters along the way. About 1,500 completed the march on 8 January 1939. By this time, the movement had already evolved into a general strike and been dubbed the 1300 Revolution. The country was hit by a wave of strikes and protests led by workers, farmers and students. At least 33 deaths were recorded in this revolution. By July 1939, the revolution was over. In June, Pyo Halagai and some workers had returned to chalk, with promises from Burma Oil Company of higher salaries, guaranteed holiday leave and improved housing. Pyo Halagai, who took the title Thakin Mean Master as a member of the anti-colonial Dubiema Asiayon, translated as We Burmans Association, was a true working-class hero of Burma's independence struggle. Pyo Halagai would die just a few years later, during the Japanese occupation of Burma, but he would be remembered as an important anti-colonial figure. When the dictator General Ne Win demonetized 25, 35 and 70 Kyat notes in September 1987, they were replaced by 45 and 90 Kyat notes. On 45 Kyat banknote, Thakin Pyo Halagai imaged the great strike leader on one side and oil workers on the other. In 2013, a 12-foot statue was erected at a park in the center of chalk that is now called Thakin Pyo Halagai Square. His image on the 45 Kyat banknote serves as a recognition of his contributions to Burma's nationalist movement and his enduring legacy in the country's history. The inclusion of Pyo Halagai on the banknote reflects the importance of honoring the diverse array of leaders who played vital roles in Burma's quest for independence. Burma officially changed its name to Myanmar on 18 June 1989. The renaming was undertaken by the ruling military government at the time. The change from Burma to Myanmar was seen by some as an attempt to distance the country from its colonial past and to recognize the ethnic diversity within the nation. However, the move was controversial and not universally accepted, with some political groups and nations continuing to use Burma in protest against the military regime. That's all about this banknote review. If you want to buy this banknote, please check out our website at www.vanachar.com. If you want to know more about any other banknote with famous personalities, please leave a comment below this video. Thank you for watching.